後藤さん、警察官として自衛官として俺たちが守ろうとしてるものってのは何なんだろうな。前の戦争から半世紀、俺もあんたも生まれてこの方、戦争なんてものは経験せずに生きてきた。平和、俺たちが守るべき平和だが、この国のこの町の平和とは一体何だ。かつての総力戦とその敗北、米軍の占領政策、ついこの間まで続いていた核抑止による冷戦とその代理戦争、そして今も世界の大半で繰り返されている内戦、民族衝突、武力紛争、そういった無数の戦争によって構成され支えられてきた血まみれの経済的繁栄、それが俺たちの平和の中身だ。戦争への恐怖に基づくなりふり構わぬ平和、正当な対価をよその国の戦争で支払い、そのことから目をそらし続ける不正義の平和。
そんなきな臭い平和でもそれを守るのが俺たちの仕事さ。不正義の平和だろうと正義の戦争よりよほどマシだ。
あんたが正義の戦争を嫌うのはよくわかるよ。かつてそれを口にした連中にろくなやつはいなかったし、その口車に乗ってひどい目に遭った人間のリストで歴史の図書館はいっぱいだからな。だがあんたは知ってるはずだ。正義の戦争と不正義の平和の差はそう明瞭なものじゃない。平和という言葉が嘘つきたちの正義になってから、俺たちは俺たちの平和を信じることができずにいるんだ。戦争が平和を生むように、平和もまた戦争を生む。単に戦争でないというだけの消極的で空疎な平和はいずれ実体としての戦争によって埋め合わされる。そう思ったことはないか。その成果だけはしっかり受け取っていながら、モニターの向こうに戦争を押し込め、ここが戦線の単なる後方に過ぎないことを忘れる。いや、忘れたふりをし続ける。そんな欺瞞を続けていれば、いずれは大きな罰が下されると。
罰？誰が下すんだ？神様か？
この町では誰のが神様みたいなもんさ。いながらにしてその目で見、その手で触れることのできぬあらゆる現実を知る。何一つしない神様だ。神がやらなきゃ人がやる。いずれわかるさ。俺たちが奴に追いつけなければな。
You as a policeman, Godo. Me as a self-defense force spook. What is it the two of us are actually trying to protect? It's 50 years since the end of World War II. We've lived our lives never having known war. Violence, yes, but that's recognized as criminal. Never a time when the whole country was dedicated to legal violence. Peace. Is it peace we're working to protect? What has peace meant for this country, for our city, for us? All the effort and passion Japan put into the war ended in Hiroshima in defeat. Then the Americans came, bringing their nuclear deterrent, their Cold War, their Hollywood chewing gum war, and now all over the world there are bullet wars, civil wars, suffering, misery, death. We're a rich country. And what is our wealth built on? The bloody corpses in all these wars. They're the foundation of our peace. We now put the same effort into indifference that our parents put into war. Other countries, comfortably far away, pay the price for our prosperous peace. We've learned very well how to ignore their suffering.
No matter how repulsive the peace, it's still vital to guard it. It may be an immoral peace, maybe an unjust peace, but an unjust peace is still better than a just war.
I share your revulsion about just wars. If there ever was such a thing, it was the war against the Nazis. Our allies, Goto, our allies. But how many millions throughout history have died in the cause of what their lying leaders called just wars? And yet it seems to me that the line between a just war and an unjust peace is very faint indeed. If the just war is a lie, is the unjust peace less of a lie? We are told there is peace, but we look around us, and even if we cannot give it words, our lives tell us we cannot believe what we are being told. In the end, every war gives way to peace, so-called, and every so-called peace is the dormant seed of war. So it's only a matter of time till the hard reality of war sweeps away our illusion that the absence of war is peace. So I ask you again, what are we working to protect? We enjoy peace on our TV screens while just outside the camera shot the war is raging. We forget we're just a camera angle behind the battle lines. No, we don't forget. We quite simply refuse to remember. That cannot go on. Sometime, somehow, we will be punished.
Punished? By who? By God?
Anyone in this world can be like God. Most in a universe no bigger than their own minds, all present, all knowing, and yet impotent outside the confines of their heads. And what God cannot do, men will attempt. Unless we stop them. They must be stopped. That is our task.
Mr. Goto, as police officers, as self-defense force officers, have you ever thought about what it is exactly that we are supposed to be safeguarding? It's been 50 years since the last war, and both of us have lived our lives without being touched by war. Peace. This peace that we're supposed to be protecting. What do we actually mean by peace in this country and in this city? The total war we fought and loss we suffered at its hands, the US military's occupation and their policies, and until recently, the Cold War involving nuclear deterrence and proxy wars around the globe. Even today, half the world is engaged in civil war, ethnic clashes, armed conflicts. These countless wars are what made up and sustained our economic prosperity. It's blood-stained. That's the true nature of our peace. It's an unscrupulous peace based on fear of war. An unjust peace where we look away from foreign wars, in which others pay the price for our peace.
It may be a peace that reeks of gunpowder, but it's still our job to protect it. I'd much more settle for an unjust peace over a just war.
I can understand that you would loathe just wars. Proponents of just wars have mostly been scoundrels. History is filled to the brim with people who were taken in by them and then taken advantage of. But you also know this. The line that separates a just war from an unjust peace isn't a very clear one. Ever since hypocrites have made peace their just cause, we have lost faith in that peace. Just as war brings about peace, peace brings about war. A peace that is empty and lacks substance will eventually be filled in by an actual state of war. Has that thought ever crossed your mind? We reap the benefits of war, but distance ourselves from it with a television screen, forgetting that we're still in the same battleground. No, we only pretend to forget. Such denial invites great punishment in the end.
Punishment? Who's going to punish us? God?
In this city, everyone is like a god. You don't have to move an inch to see images far removed, or to touch things that aren't there and access other realities that are there. It's just that these gods don't do anything. If the gods won't do it, then the people will. Sooner or later, we'll find out. That is, if we can't catch up to him in time.